I'm about ready to start recording, so cue my cat walking in. If you hear meowing in the background, it is her. Hello, welcome back to Nails by Sora. This is my left hand. This is what we're going to be doing today. Ignore my cuticles right now. They are stained from, well, not stained, I'll clean them, from the alcohol inks that I used to do this marble French manicure that I am absolutely in love with. It's one of the few manicures that I've planned in my head that have come out almost exactly the way I envisioned it. So I'm very happy and very excited to bring it to you. But I'm going to take this moment to ask you to please subscribe. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below. All the products that I use in this video will be put in the description box below. And we're gonna get right on into it. So as I said, it's alcohol inks, but I started out with a base of Madame Glam gel polish. This is Prime, and this beautiful, beautiful pinkish peach, which is, it's the first time I'm using it and I absolutely love it. If I was in the mood to do a single color mani, it would definitely be this one, but this is not that manicure. This is not that day. I didn't feel it was necessary to show you the process. I'm gonna wait for that card to pass. I didn't feel it was necessary to show you the process of polishing my nails. If you want to see that kind of video, I will link it in the cards above. But I'm going to be using two brands, Marble Queen Inks and Magpie Inky, which they're both exactly the same thing, just different brands. They are color dispersed in alcohol. It is what it says. That being said, in order to move it around your nail, you want to use acetone, not alcohol. Alcohols might dilute the color a little bit, but it's not really going to remove any color that you don't want. And it's not going to help create the marbling effect. But this is going to be a very fast process. I'm just using a round number 4 watercolor brush that I got on Amazon. They came in a set, I think, of 10 of various sizes, going from 1 all the way up to this jumbo one at size 10. Which I have not used before and probably won't because it's a bit too big for your nails. It's really a paintbrush. They're all paintbrushes, but they work just fine. And I'm going to use it mostly for the alcohol. But I was using, I think, a smaller one to just dab other color onto the nail. But I'm going to start just by laying down the color on each of my fingers in one go. And I'm not really going to pay too much attention or care right now as to the pattern. I'm just going to dab the color on. I don't want to go too far down the nail because it does bleed and I don't want to run the risk of you having to use too much acetone and then maybe having an effect on the color below. Now, when you're using alcohol inks, you want to make sure that you're doing it on top of a matte top coat. And the reason that is because matte top coats are porous versus shiny top coats, which are non-porous. If you put alcohol ink on top of a glossy top coat, it's not really going to sink in. It's just going to lay on top. And then when you try to move it around the nail, it's just going to completely remove the color. It's not going to stay on the nail. Additionally, which I found out the first time I ever used alcohol inks, was that it will bleed once you try to put top coat on top of it. So your color, your base color, I should say, then matte top coat, and then you can go in with your alcohol inks. I'm going to go directly on top of the green with the blue, and then I'm going to start moving it around with alcohol, or with acetone rather. If you notice blue marks on my palms, that is not the alcohol ink. That is food coloring from decorating cakes today at work. It's just happenstance that I'm using the same colors. All right, now to see the magic, just going in with a light touch. I'm not picking up a lot of alcohol, not alcohol, acetone. And I'm just removing color where I want to. It's going to actually push it around the nail also, so you're going to get these great harsher lines where the acetone pools. And then you can just kind of create veining by wherever you put the acetone. You can always drop a pool of it on. You see it shimmering. It's because there's some glitter in my dapping dish, and I'm picking it up with the brush and the acetone. So if you feel like you removed too much color, you could always go back in and add a little bit more. If you put your brush right down on top of it, it's gonna wick that away. You can keep layering color, drawing it off, putting down more. It's really a lot of fun. I think I'm gonna go in with some more blue. Now at this point, I'm going to create the smile line, and that's just by using the acetone and pulling it away from where you don't want it. Now, obviously, I went a little bit too far. It's a little more difficult with my left hand than my right hand. So I'm just gonna go back in and put some more alcohol ink down. I'm gonna try that again. Now I am going to be accenting it with the gold gel polish or gel paint. So I can always bring down the lines a little bit more and camouflage the fact that it's shorter. But this nail is shorter anyway, so it's going to be a little bit different. And then what you can also do is go in with a regular brush, dip it directly into the jar, and just paint it where you want it. Bring it down a little bit. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next nail. I think I'm gonna put my little pedestal here Okay, now I'm just gonna go in and refine some of these lines like I did with my thumb. I'm shaking. A sign that I need to eat. All right, let's check out and see. And they are pretty close. So I'm going to make sure I cover my alcohol inks because just before I started recording, I knocked over my entire bottle of acetone. Thankfully, not on my hand that I was in the middle of curing. Just gonna finish cleaning off this brush, put it away, and now we are going to line or accent the lines with gold gel paint. I'm sure this is going to be every bit as difficult as it usually is on my non-dominant hand. I'm using a long liner. This one is by Nails by Dev. And I'm just going to carefully try to trace the line. Now I am not pushing down and splaying the bristles. I am literally just gliding the tip of the bristles across my nail. The great thing about alcohol inks is that you can add all this additional color and design without adding bulk to the nail. Because you're staining your nail, you're not adding another layer on top of it. I hate my non-dominant hand. I just realized that my toes were crossed. Talk about concentration, even my toes were crossed. All right. Now, that pretty much finishes the manicure, so we're going to cure it for a full 60 seconds. And then I'm going to base and top coat, and we are done. So that's going to be the video for today. I did go in and clean up my cuticles a little bit from the color, so they're a bit worse for wear at the moment. But I am going to go in with some cuticle oil to soften them up and rehydrate them. And also washing my hands might do the trick, but I will do that a little bit later. So I'm just using mango cuticle oil that I picked up at Sally's. It's the first cuticle oil I purchased when I started doing my nails, and it's still my go-to. You want to get on top of the cuticle, you want to get underneath the nail, keep it nice and moisturized, hydrated. And that's going to do it. If you have any comments or questions, as I said before, please put them down in the comment section below. I would love to hear your ideas for upcoming videos. If you have any, please do give me a like and a subscribe. It really does help my channel. And hit that notification bell so that you always know when new videos are available. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for stopping by.